There's
See,
always a learning
so
curve.
here's the thing: demanding doesn't mean a lack of respect.
Right.
But you sign a, especially as a husband and wife, there's a contract between the two of you, right? Most of us go before who we, God, right, in our community, and say having a hold, and we predicate it off the Bible, and therefore your husband can make demands of you, right? Like you cannot not have sex with your husband. He can demand sex from you. Your wife can demand that you make sure she's safe and you take care of your children and your responsibility. That's foolish to think that you don't demand things of each other. Demand has a higher calling. And it might not be comfortable, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
So when you say the husband can demand sex, you mean like sex with you and not nobody else?
Of you, I said of you.
Yeah,
Demand sex
and
of
no
you.
one else.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. Like you're saying like just
Well,
at
you
any
said
given
I didn't
time?
say demand. Why are you saying something? I said of you.
Right. That's what I mean. So of her and no one else.
Are you adding a caveat? What are you trying? So you want me to answer another question?
Okay. So expound on what you mean when you say that.
I said it. That was
Mhm.
conclusive. You said someone else out of nowhere. I don't understand that part.
Okay. So when you say your husband could demand sex of you, what do you mean by that? Like in on a larger scale, are you saying he can demand sex of you at any time? He could demand sex of you and no other person? Like what? Like I'm trying to get more clarity on that.
Yeah, it's conclusive, but yeah, your husband can demand sex of you at any time. I mean, I don't know if people should be running red lights, but yeah, right. Yeah.
But with that ham, knowing that you can demand sex of your wife at any time, if you know your wife is tired,
Yeah.
there's a respect
I didn't
factor
say,
there.
but what did I first say? Demand doesn't mean lack of respect. Demand is a demand. That's what it is.
So are you implying that because you can demand it, she can't deny it? I think that's what we're trying to understand.
I think demand just seems so harsh. Like, oh, I want sex, you better give it to me. No,
Right. Like
it's
Yo,
what
you
is
want sex, can I have it? That's what it is.
yo, you know what? You know what's the scary part? Words allow people to avoid, not answer, and disregard what's actual facts.
Well, I know what the
Just because
Bible
you
says
doesn't
about
like
your
a word
body.
doesn't mean. Sorry, go ahead. Geesh.
I know what the Bible says about your body not being your body, your own once you're married. But I don't know.
But see, here's the thing. I said sex, and then I said what the wife can demand of her husband. Nobody cares that he got to die for her, that he got to protect her at all costs, and she should demand that he got to provide for her. Why are we harping on the sex thing?
Because those are
because
expectations, though. But I don't think that's like something that must be done.
Huh?
I, I demand. I mean, I'm speaking on the demand for sex.
Oh, let me get Alex. Hold on, Q. I don't want her to miss the shit. Alex.
Yes, yes.
All right, go ahead, Q.
Yeah, I'm speaking of the demand for sex as opposed to the demand for protection because I would think protection is more of an innate thing.
So isn't
So
sex.
that's different in my
Sex
eyes.
isn't innate.
It's not, because some men still walk on the inside of the street with their wife.
So is it
Well,
not an innate thing within you, Sean, to just be protective of your woman?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
are you thinking like women just have this innate quality to just have sex
with her
anytime, even
husband.
though they tired and they don't feel like
With
no,
her
With
it's
their
husband.
not the
man? With
same.
their
With her
husband?
husband. You think a
It's
nigga?
not
You
the
think a nigga
same.
want to Q? If a nigga starts shooting and you got to jump in front of your wife, you think he's fucking happy to do so? Like, what are you talking
Well
about?
but so then that's saying a lot. Then not
No,
saying like
but
he
it's
should
the
be
saying the same thing. Doesn't
no
if
no
you
no no no.
tired,
Not
you
saying he
should
should be excited to do it, but he should do that with pride. Like if that's not something he would do with
exactly.
pride.
As she should,
Yes,
yes.
She
he
should get
But
up
should.
that ass with
see,
pride,
now
bro.
you guys are flipping it. Now you guys are
No,
flipping it
you
because
trying to flip it.
you're saying as she should.
You
It's
act
not
nah,
the
bro.
same.
Hold on.
Nah, it's
You
not the
acting
same.
real girly tonight,
It's not
bro.
the same. What you expect me?
Real
Come on,
fucking
son.
girly.
I got a vagina. I was born like this. No, but real shit though. Like real shit. Like it's not the same.
Demands,
That's compare
demands,
apples to oranges.
demands
You gotta
happen
come up
both
with another
ways.
example.
How many times y'all done said you better not be talking to such and such so and so?
No,
You better
so
not be dealing with. That's a
like
demand.
put
Now,
protection.
can a man say if you make a demand and the man to your person, you say you better not be talking to such and such so and so? Can he say? Does he have the liberty to still do it? Yes, but there are repercussions that come with not following that demand, right? So it's not like you can't do something because somebody demanded it.
Yeah,
But that's what it is. It's a
Thank you,
demand.
Shanae. It's the word. It doesn't sit right
Come
with my
on.
I think
The
it's
word.
hey guys, I think it's really weak that you allow that word to not help you understand, not allow you to understand.
Because it sounds like control, and no one
Yeah.
wants to be
They just
controlled.
adding words, bro.
But
But
y'all
the
talking
man
about
sounds like control.
But
You
it's okay
belong
for
to your
y'all to
husband.
use it in a controlling way.
Yeah, you belong to your husband, do you not?
Now we property.
No, you don't belong to your husband?
You do.
Okay.
But do you control everything, or do you want your wife to want to willingly do
Look,
these things for you?
Sean just gave you some pretty typical examples. This can't happen. That can't happen. Don't do this. Don't do that. That happens both ways. People make demands of each other. When you only got one person, you better make demands of them. You denying your husband sex because you tired, Ish?
If I'm that damn tired, yes.
Okay. Well,
you
we how
can't,
you
but
look, but he
him,
gonna be a
you bugging with a
he
What
gonna
you
be a
say,
question.
him? Excuse
dry.
me. Say that louder.
He gonna be a dry. You always tired, so he gonna
No,
be a
that's
You always
he gonna be having blue balls like a motherfucker. Come on,
I'm
man.
saying if
Put
I'm
him in a
that
fucking
damn
bed. Get him
tired,
out of here.
him
Come
like I have a hard job. But the thing is, I should want to do these things for him. And I would want to do those things for him. I don't want him to feel like he has to force me to do something for him. I'm not a child.
Yeah, no, we understand it, and I don't think it ever. It doesn't have to necessarily fall to that circumstance where he has to say, "Babe, I need this right now. Come do this right now." It shouldn't have to get to that. But
And
I
it would
don't.
never. If my man is doing what he needs to do and he's paying these bills like he need to pay
Why is
them,
it contingent?
then I'm if he's doing his role, I'm gonna do my part.
Okay, but if he's not, you ain't.
I'm not doing nothing extra. Out the door.
Yo, but see, we have to use these realer words because these things really happen. And when you're married, you have to really consume these concepts because you
Right.
only have one person. So you have to make demands of that person if you guys want to be successful. It's definitely a two-way thing,
Right.
but you damn right if you got a husband, you should say, "Babe, you need to get this done."
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to say, "Babe, you better get this done"? You guys may have a point there, but you saying the same thing. You changing that out a little bit, but it's a demand.
But usually that comes after a question first.
Huh?
Like if you say, can you take out whatever, or can you do whatever this weekend? That's how it comes first. It's a question. And then when it doesn't come in that form, how you pose your example of a demand is then how that follow-up looks. Usually.
Huh?
I think I get what Hamp is saying. Like you can place demands on people. The demand for him to be faithful. That's a demand that I've placed on him. He's gonna
That's a
pay these
demand.
bills. That's a demand that I've placed on him. So I get what Hamp is saying. So go ahead, Hamp. Go ahead and ring your little bell.
Yeah, that's what it like. Those are very tangible examples, though. Like you gotta hold down this fort. You don't get to not. You should demand that of your husband.
Or place that demand on him. Yeah.
Yeah, place that demand on him. Right? You should. Yeah, you have to. It's righteous to do so, and that a man worth his weight gonna take that. He ain't gonna say, "I don't like how you saying." Nah, you gotta do. It is what it is.
Right.
And some of it's unspoken demands. But yeah, you only got one person, Q. You ain't gonna keep asking about everything.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
No. We gotta get you to understand.
Nah,
We want
I
you to
don't
get
see
some.
it.
We want you to get some consistent cheeks.
I gotta sleep on it.
Hey, Alex. Look, man, I'm telling you, man. People that
I
Shanae
told
and
you
these.
I'm saying it's all right.
Yeah, man. Shanae, we got to time her out in the comments, man.
Thank you, Shanae.
She gonna have Alex in divorce court fucking with her, man. Oh man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Like the YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We got merch, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't really like Jerry. Yo, I watched Jerry Springer for the first time last week in like 10 years. This shit is bananas, bro. He's still at it. It's crazy, man. I don't really fuck with Jerry, but I do like one of his constructs. Isha, final thought.
If we going out for my birthday, my girls better bring their own bag because my man ain't treating them. That's that.
Indeed. Sean?
Fellas, it is a flex to pay for your girl's birthday dinner. If you got it like that, go ahead, flaunt it.
Mm-hmm. Alex?
My husband is not obligated to pay for anyone's meal other than my own. And I don't care what you say here, but I'm still going to just order my Shirley Temple, and that's all I expect.
Q.
Be clear on what you want out of a partner before committing to marriage.
Yeah, I think Isha's overarching point is probably what's most sensible in terms of if you're doing for that person, they will also do for you. And if you're doing your best, I think the right person will appreciate it. So you won't have to make so many demands. But rest assured, if you have one person you're in a monogamous relationship, make demands of that person. You deserve the best from that person. You know, and you make them aware of whatever you deem that is, and then you go from there. I think that woman that divorced her husband,
put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You know what I mean? If you plan something for your girl, I think if you take care of it, that's righteous. But we out.